The author of Power of Positive Thinking, Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, said that he found something out late in life that he wished he had have learned early in life, and that is that a positive attitude attracts positive things and a negative attitude attracts negative things. Now, it just sounds so simple, doesn't it? But he was a learned man, Norman Vincent Peale. Great book, by the way, if your listeners, viewers haven't read it. It's one of the old classics in the genre of self-help, The Power of Positive Thinking. I would highly recommend it. There's a ton of books that I would highly recommend, and that's one of them. Does everybody need a dream? Everybody needs a mission and a purpose. Now, we know that in corporate life, companies and corporations spend thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars with consultants to write them a mission and purpose, and it's a waste of bloody time because it's all just intellectual piffle and waffle, and it's something that goes on to the corporate annual report, and it means nothing to anybody in the company. I've worked with companies like that. I know what that's about. A personal mission and purpose statement, that's something different because that's backed with an emotion. And so what's an example of a personal mission and purpose statement? Well, I'm on a mission. I mentioned it earlier. I'm on a mission to help 100,000 people come back from a setback and do it quickly. Now, that's a mission I have. Where's my emotional attachment to that? Well, I told you my story, so you can work it out for yourself. This is not just an intellectual thing. It's not something I've seen somewhere on YouTube somebody doing and thought to myself, I think I'd like to do that. Oh, I'm going to do that. No, this is coming from experiential background. I've lived it. I've lived it. I've bled tears over it. It's in my whole system to want to help people who are suffering. And suffering, by the way, God forbid somebody who might be viewing right now is going through an addiction. I hope that's not the case. And it's probably not. The viewer right now, Michael, is probably not addicted to drugs and alcohol. They're probably not flat broke. They're probably not burned every worthwhile relationship they've had, including family. I mean, this is all the things I did. Talk about the power of forgiveness. I mean, this is why I am very quick to stop myself when I see and recognize myself judging others and judging others critically. I pull myself back. I have no moral right or authority to judge anybody, lest I be again judged for my background. So I have family and people close to me who have forgiven me of my stupidity and some of my behaviour. And so forgiveness is very powerful. So I told you, don't let me keep talking. I'll lose track of what we're talking. I've lost track of your question. Forgive me. So I'm going to cut myself off and come back to you.
Oh, it's amazing talking to you. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Thank you. So we were actually on about if everybody should have a dream.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know, but I would recommend everybody have a dream. I think life's better when you have a dream. I mean, what are the antonyms? What are the synonyms of having a dream? Having a goal, having a purpose, having a mission, having a target in life, having a sense of direction. These are all synonyms for what you're asked, what we're talking about. And I'd rather be positive than negative anytime. Is it humanly possible to be positive all the time? I don't think so. I've not yet met anybody. I'm certainly not like that. So
I was going to ask you that question.
Well, I went through something in the last 24 hours that sort of destabilized me. You might wonder why I'm wearing a rubber band on my wrist, which I flick like that. This is a little device. You can search this on YouTube, actually. Just search rubber band on wrist device and you'll see what this is about. This is a little device that I use to correct myself when I catch myself out thinking in a negative way. Because you can't be 100% positive all the time because the negative thoughts don't come from your conscious mind. Most of them come from your subconscious mind. where we don't have any conscious control of what's bubbling around down there. We can have a conscious control over what we put in there, but we don't have any conscious control of what's coming up from the subconscious. And what's in the subconscious is Bob Proctor of Proctor Gallagher. Most people in the new age, in the law of attraction world know of Bob Proctor, old as a dinosaur. He talks about paradigms and paradigm shift, and he talks about what is a paradigm. A paradigm is a collection or a bundle of thoughts and beliefs, and these bundles are relevant to certain things. For example, I have a paradigm over boiled tripe. Now, I don't know, tripe is a British thing, and I'm an Australian, so a colonist. Tripe is boiled. You're an English guy, so tripe is boiled sheep's gut, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Well, terrible stuff. I mean, I was fed tripe when I was a kid. Woeful stuff. I have a paradigm about tripe. Do not ever put a bowl of tripe in front of me. Now, here's the thing. Some people love tripe. So it's all relative, isn't it? Okay. Some people love Vegemite. Some people cannot stand Vegemite, Australian Vegemite. It's all relative. So I have a paradigm about tripe. I cannot stand tripe. I don't want to even smell it, eat it, see it, get it away from me. That's my paradigm. These paradigms, these bundles of thoughts and beliefs come from certainly since our childhood, as Bob Proctor teaches this. So this is not my ideas. I'm passing through knowledge from Bob Proctor. So when we're born, Michael, you'd know this. Your viewers would know this. When we're young babies, our conscious mind is just an open vessel for everything that goes into it. We don't have any capacity to filter out what's coming in. Now, between the ages of 0 and 2, so the day you're born up until the age of about 2 is the most impressionable years. No filter. Everything that's in your environment goes in. Now, if you're in an environment where you're in a family where there's a dad and a mum, and the dad drinks a lot and gets violent and throws things around the house and bashes the mother, and you're just seeing this is all going into that subconscious and stored memories. And so these bundles of memories in the subconscious can and do continue there and can come up in adult life, and you've got no control over it. And so the subconscious is something that's very relevant when somebody is, I mean, there's a question, Michael, that's asked, why doesn't the law of attraction work for some people? Now, I don't just believe in the law of attraction. I know the law of attraction works because I use it. So there's believing and then there's knowing. The law of attraction works, but it works positively and negatively. Goes back to Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. Negative beliefs, attitudes, negative outcomes, positive outcomes. The law of attraction and what's involved and behind the law of attraction is impartial. It has no, it's objective. There's no subjectivity about, you shouldn't really be thinking about a new car. That's a positive. You shouldn't really be thinking about going and having a drink, Mike. You shouldn't be thinking about that. If I keep thinking about having another drink of alcohol, I haven't touched a drink of alcohol since 2009, but if I were to start thinking about it, there's no part of the law of attraction and what's behind the law of attraction that's going to correct me. That's my belief. But why doesn't the law of attraction work for those who are committed to it and want it to work? And they read all the books, they listen to Bob Proctor, they listen to Dr. Joe Vitale, they listen to Abraham and all the rest of it. Paradigms, subconscious. Dr. Joe Vitale's got a great book, series of books actually on this, about how you can clean and clear some of these non-serving paradigms in the subconscious mind, and that's a very important thing. 0 Point is a book that Dr. Joe Vitale has written. One of the books he's written on Ho'oponopono, which is an ancient ancient Hawaiian mantra, call it a prayer if you like, And it's simple. I'll give it to you. It's 4 sentences, if I may. 4 short sentences.
Yeah.
Ho'oponopono. Look it up. Here it is. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Now, any one of those will work if you just keep repeating them. I love you would be one that you could just forget about the rest, and you could just repeat that over and over and over. I forgive you. I'm sorry. I'll let you do your own research on Ho'oponopono, the ancient Hawaiian mantra ritual, cleansing, healing. Dr. Joe Vitale, 0 point.